Previously on Ball.
Shins. You heard of them, Campo? The Shins.
The who?
The Shins.
No thanks.
That's with an N, by the way, yeah, just in case it's a bad line. Because I think you've had a bit of the other for the last few days. But, no, it's a song called Australia. We thought we'd play something called Australia to make you feel a bit better.
Oh, geez, after this game on Saturday, I think that's not going to help.
Nah, it's not. All right, we'll stand by for the flush outs coming up in a moment with the Imperial Collection. Yeah, I think people are waiting to hear what your take on the game. Game on Saturday was just before we get to that. Keith Ingle says Hugh Bladen this morning on his show. If you didn't know, Hugh Bladen is on from 10 to 12 every Monday with was Sid Nomus there today?
No, I held the fort with Blades this morning.
Apparently we're getting Blades to like use terms like LOL and OMG and all that stuff.
I was bringing him up to speed with some young terminology.
Some Twitter jargon.
Yeah, lol, OMFG and all that stuff.
LMFAO.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Loving it.
Don't need to get one in on commentary. That's what we've got to do. Is he doing a game on Saturday?
He is doing a game on Saturday.
Got to try and get him to get one of those in on
I think he's doing the
commentary.
Bulls game.
Yeah. Anyway, Blaze this morning. New Zealand without Richie for 6 weeks. We've been without Skalkberger for 2 years. Deal with it. Yeah, pretty direct and straight. Right, your flush out with Campo is proudly brought to you by Imperial Collection, home of the signature brands, the importer and distributor of Bentley, Lamborghini and Lotus. ImperialCollection.co.za is where you'll find them. You can just drop in there at the dealership corner of William Nicol and Bryanston Drive if you're in the market or even just want to have a look. Imperial Collection, home of the signature brands. And of course, ENF and Sasha from our 12 to 3 show with Daisy. They're going to play around in one of those vehicles. What do they play around in this week?
Audi.
An Audi. Audi. An
My man
Audi.
also says Audi.
Top of the range Audi.
Lol.
Another one of those vehicles. You can go and check out the video on our website at balls.co.za. Right, Campo, where should we start? You've given us so much to chat about this week. You've given us so much to chat about this week.
Oh, my goodness. Very, very disappointing. I just think I actually thought the Wallabies would have sort of turned the corner a bit, but...
Are we going straight for the Wallabies, are we?
Well, we might as well go I know that. Well, the All Blacks, obviously, at home, lost Richie McCaw. The Argentinians, when you go and play the best in the world, you've got nothing to lose, and Argentina's actually slowly got better. Sometimes reality check, which is that first game by 70 points, they realise they're well off the mark. But as I said, it's never going to improve as long as their rugby into Argentina is still amateur. But the All Blacks, again, they can still... I'm just amazed by watching how they can still create opportunities from really nothing. And that's just a sign of a good, confident team. But the Argies, obviously, this week played in Australia. Australia's, if they lose this, they're in big problems.
Argies by 10.
Well, we hope. I mean, I said that
You hope?
by 10 last week. It didn't really help, did it?
No, you think you heard Aussies. We said RG's by 10.
Argies.
Oh, you're saying Argies?
Argentina by 10.
Oh, come on, get your accent. You're saying Argies or Aussies?
It's blood in the water, mate. As your boy, what is the sideshow Bob used to play cricket for you guys?
Who?
Simmons.
Andrew Simons.
Standing around the game. There's blood in the water, mate. Blood in the water.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right, okay.
I think it's blood in the water.
But look, I think that it was very disappointing watching. I just sat there and I went to my wife. I said, I can't believe this. And the thing is, you can see things that they need to improve on, but it's a bit hard from the couch. Everyone's an expert on TV, but watching, they just, you cannot run the ball willy-nilly against a good defence, which the South Africans are, and they just the scrum. And as you know, you need. If you've got a good forward pack, you're going to do well. If you're not, you're going to struggle. And that's where South Africa at the box gave it to the Wallabies. And once you destroy their scrum, their set pieces, the ball wide doesn't help. But the other thing that's really disappointing, it's too many forwards in the back line. You've got a good back line, but they don't seem to have the opportunities because they don't give the ball runner, Craig Cooper, any opportunities. They wait for him to do all the work. You've got to give him options, and it doesn't work.
Nick Mallett pointed out as well, and so it's one of the first times I've actually seen an Aussie side outsmarted by the Springboks in that way, to such an extent, because that's one of the things that the Aussies always, and I mean you'd know because you used to be part of the team, and I think when you played South Africa, and who was your coach who always used to actually make a note of that, saying that playing against South Africa is like a bunch of clever kids playing against a herd of buffaloes. We just outsmart them.
I mean, you're right. I mean, that was it. But obviously,
Rod
there was a lot of
McQueen.
history, and you could see Hanneke Meyer in the during the game. You know, he was so emotional because I think that meant so much to him. There's so much pressure because they haven't won there for so long. But look, you know, I just think that they just play dumb rugby. You know, and that's the thing that I keep on getting annoyed with, you know, with Australia is that, you know, I think that, you know, the coaches, they need to be challenged. It's no good bringing all your friends in the coach. You know, you need somebody who's the best backs coach, the best forward coach, so they can start challenging each other. And that's what the All Blacks have done all the time. And I think that's what Australia needs to do. Hugh Mackenzie, I think, is a good coach. He's a great player-manager. But I think he just needs to get people around him who are going to put him under pressure to do something. You know, and that's what I think you need to do at this level.
I enjoyed, I think it was Sport Billy, one of our bloggers from our blog show on a Tuesday, said today someone had written there, it's probably one of those stupid headlines, Ewan McKenzie honeymoon is over. He said, when did his honeymoon ever start?
Exactly, that's a good one. When it has actually started, it hasn't.
Yeah.
You know, being thrown into, given the job, and you're thrown into play this, you know, two of the best teams in the world, week in, week out, is not a sort of a honeymoon period, is it?
No, absolutely. He's inherited a side in not crisis, but close to it. And I think if they lose to Argentina, it definitely will be in crisis.
Yeah, look, I just think that they will get better, but I suppose, you know, you can go back and look at, you know, they haven't got the players. They haven't got the players. They've got the same players who are going around week in, week out. I think they've got about 9 top-class forwards out. And when you've got players like that, we haven't got the calibre of New Zealand and South Africa where they've got resources, you know, galore. And that's one of the biggest problems. And the system is that way, and it hasn't. And you know, it's happened years ago when they didn't put money into the youth, and now we're starting to see that the problems are at this level. If you haven't got backup, you're going to really struggle, and that's what the Wallabies have done. Hugh Mackenzie's trying to play a good style of rugby, but unfortunately, if you haven't got the players with the skill factor, you can't play that level.
Hey, come on, Campo. Just praise the Springboks and say how brilliant they were.
No, they was. I haven't got there yet.
Oh, okay.
But yes, the Boks were very smart. Can I actually
say they were brilliant? No, say they were brilliant.
Sorry?
Say they were brilliant.
They were, and I'll tell you one thing, I still get very impressed with Willie LaRue, eh?
Wow. Yeah, but you've always liked him, though, eh?
You've always liked Willie.
I tried that Kirsten scored in the corner. If it was another winger, I don't think they would have scored. But Willie LaRue's just his acceleration and just his vision. And obviously that try with his save from James O'Connor as well.
It's amazing.
It's another Willie pun.
No.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. But it's just to pick up on what Nick said. Yes, it was a pun. No, but Nick Mallett said on Saturday as well that after the game, he said he doesn't see how Australia, where the end of the road is for these guys, how they're going to get out of this. It doesn't seem to be anything positive in the near future.
I'll tell you where it is. They lose to Argentina this weekend. I want to see how many people actually pitch up and watch them play that game at home.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is that you're right. I mean, you've got to win. Even if you win by 1 point, it doesn't really matter. But again, it's just, I don't know. Look, the game has changed. Australia's lost its way years ago, unfortunately, and they haven't got guys coming through who, like Mark Larkham, Alina. You know, we haven't got that player base where you had guys who were very good. We had a guy called Matt Giddo, which Robbie Deans got rid of. 94 caps.
Yeah.
I would put him at 12 now. Cooper, him. I'll still put Folau at 13, but again, this is his first year of international rugby, so if we keep on swapping and changing, he's going to struggle. But look, if you want to compete, you've got to compete against the best, and you can see from 1 week to another that they did improve against New Zealand the week after, but again, then you turn around and play South Africa. So it is a tough competition, but we are so behind the 8 ball at the moment. It's not funny. It's pretty embarrassing, actually.
Yeah. Big problems with the Wallabies. All right, so what are your thoughts about this weekend's game? Then come on, put it on the block, and let's see what you think's going to happen.
Well, I think the Boks are in it for a really good show against the All Blacks. But again, the All Blacks at home, it's a different style of rugby they'll play against the Boks, which we've seen the last couple of weeks. It's a more physical game, and that's what the Boks like. We thought the Wallabies fitness would run the Boks around, but it was wrong. The Boks actually performed very well. And I said they got some, that low, the back row worked very, very well together. And, I think against the Blacks this week, I think it's going to be very close. I don't think it's going to be a runaway, but I still think that I actually might go with the Box to win this week. I think the Box by 4 points.
There we go. See, not all the Aussies are dumb at the moment. Campo is making a smart call there.
So we don't play stupid rugby, Campo.
He didn't say that. He said Australia were playing stupid rugby.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There, okay.
All right. You must get your friends to listen carefully, Johnny.
Yeah, this Danny Moss wasn't.
Why don't
listening.
you just out him on air now?
You're not a mate there, Johnny.
No, he's such a nice man. And okay, now I want to hear your prediction on Australia against Argentina.
Tough one. I don't know what the team is. They're playing in Perth, I think they are. So that's. Well, I hope there's no Argentine supporters in Perth like there are South African supporters.
There'll be one or two.
I'll have to go for the Wallabies. I'll have to go to the Wallabies by 2 points.
Wallabies by 2.
2 points.
It's a sign of a nervous Aussie.
I don't really care if it's by a half a point as long as we win.
The game in Perth this weekend.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So there we go. Those are your predictions. We'll see how it goes. I think Campo saying Wallabies by 2 means he's actually his head tells him Argentina by about 6. But he can never go against his own team.
That's what you're trying to tell me, but no.
All right, Campo. We will see what happens. Thanks a lot, bud. All the best.
Thanks, guys. See you next Monday. Eh?
We will see you.
Hopefully, I'll be happier next Monday.
Yeah, I'll be.
How are you holding up?
Maybe I should ring you guys.
I will be in Durban on from Wednesday night, so I'll contact you then. We'll catch up sometime while I'm down there for the beer fest.
Great, mate. I might be. I'm actually supposed to be going to Ireland tomorrow to do a charity cycle race.
Okay. What? MC?
Sorry?
MC it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Paul Wallace, who was an ex-prop for...
Yes.
Yeah, they've got a charity, it's good charity over there at the moment, so
okay.
I'm going over there to do about 100 Ks a day.
Oh, we'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
We'll chat to you next Monday. Thanks, Campo.
Thanks, guys.
Campo.
Ciao, bye. There we go. David Campese joining us on the Flush Out today. Proudly brought to you by Imperial Collection. Go and check out their signature brands. Lamborghini, Bentley, and so many more. You'll find them in Bryanston. Go and check them out. Or imperialcollection.co.za. Rewind.
This is Balls Visual Radio. Darren, Simon, Kate, and John. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central African Time. Balls.co.za.